Stamfel, Martin, Belcito, Estelle, 1, 2, 3, 4, up on the throttle, we're underway, down into 1. Estelle looks for the run. He takes a lead off at 2. Belcito makes it 3 wide for second. Down on the inside, Estelle caught up top. As they come off of 4, Estelle settles it in back behind. Brightman down underneath Stamfel. Edges out. Stamfel slows up. Estelle gets caught up behind him. Off of turn number 4. And Radical Rick sets the pace. The Auburn assailant right on his tail as they hit turn 2. Brightman sits third. The 11 of Vanessa's fourth. The 46 rounds out the top 5. That is Dylan Estrella. They close up across the stripe. Stamfel backsliding on the top side. As the 14 and 48 try to pull away from the rest of the field. Off of turn 2 they come. And Belcito looks to be lining up the 14. Takes a peek down to the inside. Martin shuts the door. Trouble. 6 laps remain. Martin, Belcito, jump in the box. They hit the throttle. They're underway and drag race down to turn number 1. Martin setting the pace off of 4 with a half a car length over Belcito. Brightman right up on his tail as they come off of 2. Vanessa and Estrella right there in the fight down at the 3 and 4. Martin drifts up a little bit. Brightman trying to squeeze in down low. He's got the run down underneath Belcito. Looks underneath Martin off of 2. Martin shuts the door. Off of turn number 4. Martin knows all the tricks to try to hold off the charges. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. And Belcito winds up that outside lane once again. Evens up with the 27 of Brightman. They come off of 4. Martin still holding on as they jumble up behind him, wheel to wheel, door handle to door handle. And look at Estrella, 3 wide, down the back, straight away. Belcito gets caught up top, sideways through the corner. He goes around. 8. Stamfel is 9th. Lovelace rounds out the top 10. 32 circuits remaining. 8 laps are complete. Martin brings it down. Brightman looks for the jump. Green flag is out. We're back underway. Down the backstretch, and Martin again picks up right where he left off, with Brightman winding up that outside lane. Look at Estrella, close right up on the back bumper. They hit turns 1 and 2. Martin's got to be careful, and this is where he has become one of the masters over the years as they go 3 wide deep in the pack as Belcito tries to make some noise and make up some lost spots. Martin running that groove and a half as they come off at 2. Here comes Estrella taking a look down the inside, squeezes in down below, takes away that inside lane, and Estrella becomes a new leader. Brightman shuts the door on a hard-charging Scully, squeezes in down to the inside, but not in time as Martin settles into 2nd. Dylan Estrella looking for win number 3 on the season as the battle for 4th. Battle side by side. Scully down on the inside. Vanessa up top. Behind them, Darling to the inside of Estelle. That's for 6th and 7th off of 4. Dylan Estrella leads the charge down into turn number 3 and 4. Martin sits 2nd. Brightman 3rd. Scully and Vanessa side by side for 4th. Darling looking for an opening. That car has been a master coming off the corner. But Scully hugs the bottom lane tight. Estrella in a little bit of a breakaway has opened up a 4-car length advantage over Martin as they come across the stripe. Off for 2, here comes Darling underneath the deuce, takes away that 5th spot. Freddie trying to follow his lead, can't get it done, he settles into 7th. Darling up to 5th, Estelle now by the deuce, takes away 6th. Scully back to 7th. Belcito sits 8th on the field with Casper and Benoit, your top 10. Around 20 to go for the Everett Auto Parts, number 46 of Dylan Estrella. Martin has been able to put some distance between he and Brightman, but Brightman's got his hands full. He's got Vanessa in tow, and Darling sliding in underneath. Darling up to fourth off of turn number 4 and sets his sights on Brightman. Brightman trying to hold on for a podium finish here, down to 3 and 4. Gives a little tap, takes a look down low. Brightman shuts the door. Darling again off of turn number 2. Look how smooth that car is off the corners, up to the door. Brightman caught up top. Darling slides in, looking for third as Brightman puts a fight up on the outside. Trying to hang tough with the points leader down to 3. Darling takes the spot away. Vanessa fills in that inside lane, looking for fourth and takes it away across the stripe. Darling sets his sights on Martin now. Brightman trying to cross over of his own to get back up into the top 4. Dylan Estrella all alone at the top of the field has opened up a half a straightaway advantage over Rick Martin. Martin's cushion is closing lap after lap as Darling sits 2 car lengths behind him heading down into turn number 1. A little deeper in the pack, Angelo Belcito working over Freddie Estelle as they come off of turn number 2. That is a battle just outside the top 7. Trouble, Belcito sideways again. Goes around in 1 and 2. Back in Everett Auto Parts victory lane. We'll find out in 13 laps, ladies and gentlemen. Dylan Estrella and Rick Martin. The young versus the veteran. Off of turn number 4, we're back underway. Estrella picks right up at the top as Dave Darling slides in underneath of Rick Martin. Looks for second down into turn number 3. Off of 4 as they jumbo a little bit deeper in the pack. Brightman sits 5th. Battle for 6th. Scully caught up on the outside. Estelle takes that spot away. Vanessa down to the inside of Martin. Look at the 52 of Darling trying to line up the 46 of Dylan Estrella. Off of turn number 2. Side by side for 3rd. Martin up top looking for a podium. Vanessa strong on the inside. Takes that spot away. And the focus turns to the top 2. Look at Martin with a crossover. Down to the inside of the 11. Martin making some noise down low. But Vanessa strong up on the outside. Dave Darling trying to line up the 46 of Estrella. Sits right up on Estrella. Estrella goes Darling down the inside. Estrella shuts the door. 7 laps remaining. Dylan trying to hang on for win number 3. Darling to the outside. Trying to wind up that second groove. But Estrella keeps him at bay down into 3. 2 miles remaining. Darling trying to do something he doesn't normally do. Doesn't normally need to do. And that's worked that outside lane. Settles him back behind the 46. 5 laps to go. Estrella keeps it low enough. Keeps Darling at bay. They hit turn number 1. David looks up top, settles it in back behind. They roll down it to 3 and 4. The laps are winding down. Does Darling have anything for the 46? And while they play possum, here comes Vanessa closing in on the top 2. 3 laps remain this time by. Darling right up on the back end. As Scully and Estelle go at it for 6, down into 3, 1 and 2. Scully looking for the spot, taking it away. 2 laps to go. Estrella out front with a mirror full of Darling. David doesn't settle for second. Off of 4, right up on the tail end. Look at him get loose, trying to get a run with 1 lap to go. Dillon leads him into 1 and 2. Darling tries it down the backstretch. He's got one more turn to run. Into 3 and 4. To Estrella, trying to hold him off. Darling down to the inside. Estrella hangs on and picks up the win. Darling will finish second. Third place to Ryan Vaness with Rick Martin. And Mike Brightman, you're closing in on the top 2 over those final laps.
Yeah, you know, the car's pretty good tonight. We're just a couple adjustments away to get it to where we need it, but we've definitely been making big gains over the last couple of weeks, and couldn't do it without my guys. System, my brother Mikey Medeiros, my wife and my kids Ryan and Juliana, all our fans, my parents, all our fans that sit in turn 3 and 4, all the fans that come out here tonight. Again, Pete from International CDO, A&A Auto Parts, Ocean State Oil, Knott's Racing Engines, and again, all the fans, family, and everybody that comes out here and supports us. Good show with Dylan and David. I was hoping it was going to get a little bit more excited and throw my way, but we'll take a top 3 and move on and try to get 2 spots better.
There's no settling for second. I could see you pushing it over those final laps to try to get by him.
Yeah, you know, I was just hoping he'd make a mistake and I'd be able to get him. He did a mistake down there in 1 and 2, and my option was to finish him off or let him save it because I didn't have room to get underneath him, and you know, so I tried to let him collect it up, so I didn't collect it with him, and he did a great job with the save. And you know, he drove a hell of a race. Car's been fast. You know, he got to the front there, and we got to try to get by him without bumping into him. And that's, you know, anybody can move anybody out of the way for a win, but you know, you're not supposed to use the front bumper. So
that's good. I know you got some people who have been working hard to keep you competitive.
Yeah, I got to thank, you know, the crew, Jeff and Ronnie and all those guys, and Gary, Tom, Frank, Kevin. Got to thank everybody that comes out every week. Thanks for coming out. Bristol Toyota Scion, Johnson Landscaping, Seekonk Grand Prix, Papa John's, Columbus Oil. Got to thank all the track sponsors. Got to thank the kids from coming, Diane for her support, the new Facebook page, Dave Darling Racing, and Instagram. She's doing a great job with it. So go give it a like and see what's happening, I guess.
It was fast tonight.
Yeah, we definitely had a rocket ship. Did not need that caution, but we were definitely loose at the end. And I got to give a huge thank you to Dave for running me clean. I mean, he had all the opportunity in the world to stuff it in there. Thank you, man. And, I mean, he's a clean driver. That's why he's a champion. And he's one of those people that you kind of follow every week and try and mimic what he does. I mean, the car's in one piece every week, and he comes from the back. But I'm glad we're back in victory lane. My guys worked their butts off for the last week and a half. I mean, we tore the whole body off this thing, put a new body on it. And I'm glad we're going to get some victory lane pictures with it with no donuts this week. A big thank you to Roy and Bob, Everett's Auto Parts, Everett's Tire Center, J&R Precast, my crew, my fans, everyone that comes out. I can't thank you guys enough. I'm just glad we got to hang on to it at the end.
3 wins this year, pretty good.
Yeah, it definitely feels good. I would not have been able to tell you that we'd be able to do that this year, especially after last year.